Hey, good morning. So this is a U.S. dollar Canadian dollar on the 15-minute chart. My targets were hit. Unfortunately, I have gotten very, very, very distracted yesterday to the point I even forgot that it was Sunday. To be honest, ran around doing stuff with the kids, getting school shopping, birthdays, and I really forgot. So on Friday, I typically like to close out any position that I have open. I don't like to hold over the weekend because news sometimes is released over the weekend, and the markets can open up and it can spike in one direction. And if you're caught the trade, it can sort of wreck you, so to speak. So that's the reason why I closed it. But I had every intention to look for a setup to get back in, and this setup actually hit my target that I had down here. And I'm just going to go over this play. But I got out of my trade on Friday right here. So if I would have left it in or re-entered in, that would be 120 pips. So that was a great drop. I missed it. But the great thing with Forex is that you will have another opportunity. So I'm not that upset. All right. You're going to always get some opportunities like this. All right. But let's look and see why I created this as a target zone. Okay. So, of course, we can use market structure, but I love to use the Fibonacci's. And this week, I will be going over that more for you guys. Let's do this. All right, so we're taking it from this swing low here and to the swing high. And here is, let's scoot this over for you. And what you notice here is that you have the 70% and you have the 78%. And this was a region where a lot of just a few candles were. And of course, we got this region down here as well, too, that we'll look for price to come visit. But this one right here was the key level that I was really looking at. As a matter of fact, I'm just go ahead and pull it up right here. Let's do this. Let's stay focused right here. All right. And then you see that we came down into this price box based off that. So this is a 78% retracement level. So you see how the Fibonacci retracement levels can help, and we do something called confluence. And with confluence, it means it's lining up. Okay. Even though you may look and say, well, there's nothing right here, just a straight up shot. Yeah, if we put this over here, you get to see I'm saying we have a lot of candles that were in this area at one point. So you got here selling pressure, here selling pressure, sorry, and here selling pressure, here selling pressure. All right, even here we got down to selling pressure. We're trying to fight out. This level had a lot of action going back and forth. And finally, we broke below it, but we did not hold that level. We didn't hold this level, nor did we hold this level. So we blasted off, all right? And now we're back into this zone. Now, what does this zone reflect? It's now a what? A demand zone, and what is price doing? Price is now showing some bullishness. Now, could we fight to try to get back up here into market structure? Absolutely. That's the next natural thing that possibly could happen. All right, so we see we got two consecutive bullish candles. I did open up a small position to get back to this area. So this would be something what we call a scalping technique. I'm only looking for short term price move. But that's because I got in late. I just saw this, but when you look into the supply zone I'm sorry, demand zone that it's currently in, we do want to see some bullish pressure to come out of that particular zone. So let's go back now. Let's see something. All right. Like I said, guys, you're gonna have multiple opportunities. So if you feel like you missed a trade, I mean, it's fine. This is forex. So something's coming. All right, so let's go look at the Euro USD. A good one. So all the people who were in this trade and they took profits, you may have been in the same situation as me, or maybe not. You may got on the chart on Sunday and you realized that, hey, this is a great setup, which would have been here Sunday. This is July 17th. Okay, and we had a push up and we had a nice little pullback. Right, and then we finally made our way up here to this market structure area right here. So, and these are the next levels that we have to get above and close above to really be out of the clear. So this turned out for the people's targets to hit up here as well too, that we originally had on the chart as well when it came to this particular one. Now, what we can see is that we possibly could see some correction coming, but I believe that we're still going to go to the upside. Why are we making what higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, and just going to have another higher low, and we're going to push forward. And this week I'll show you how to use a fib. We're on a smaller time frame, so this is a fib retracement level here. We have the what? The break it at 23%. Got to break it for 38%. But we're going to look for this target area here where price possibly can come back in for us to get a retest or even a little lower. But this all can serve as a zone where price can come. So you notice the inverse, right? So you remember I went over inverse. And with the inverse, it's basically saying that, hey, you have up here we have the Euro USD, and down here I'm going to put this as the USD Canadian dollar trading view. All right, and then now we have both charts. And if you look, what do you notice? You notice that one is going up and the other one's going down. So this is the inverse that we spoke of before. That you guys can start to look at and say, hey, well, if basically doing the opposite of what the other pair is doing. So if you was trading in Euro USD, you'll be short based off of this setup, and you'll be long based off of this setup. All right, let's finish out with the DXY chart. All right, so on the DXY chart, this is the dollar index futures, but the same thing. What do you notice on the dollar? All right, we had this massive high up here, 109, which is ridiculous. We had a nice little pullback. So what do you notice? All right, if the dollar is dropping, you have your what? Bitcoin, all these things are what? Rising. So this is why I need you guys to focus on Forex, crypto, whatever. Understand this is a currency market. It's totally different. It has nothing to do with a fundamental analysis of something being truly bad. Now, fundamentals do affect it. You got imports, exports for your country and things like that. So those are fundamentals that does matter. But our job is to find which currency is stronger than the other currently or weaker. And right now, Bitcoin is stronger than the US dollar. So that's why we see a massive growth. And now we're ranging and we possibly could be pushing higher. But then you just saw that the US dollar is what? Weaker. All right. So keep that in mind. Hit the like button, subscribe. And like I said, within the Forex group, I will break down this week and drop the videos on how to make sure you're setting up your Fibonacci retracement and extension tools. And it should already be set up for you guys if you've already looked at the other previous videos. All right, y'all have a great one.